Let me see. If I avoid rifts... it could make them go insane. The Archons, anyway. Want a wrist-mounted shotgun? I mean, I feel like a wrist-mounted shotgun would be a fun idea. But if you've ever fired a 12-gauge shotgun, then you'll have some idea as to why maybe that's not a great idea. Like, maybe if you did it with a 20-gauge or something, you know, something with a little bit less kick. I mean, I could, like, if you did it with a 12-gauge, especially if it was like a slug, I could see you absolutely just snapping your wrist. .410, yeah, you can do it with a .410 though. That's like no different from a zip gun, right? That's just like a pistol caliber ammunition on your wrist, which it's not a huge deal. I'm debating on whether to use the rift and chance and potentially chance the insanity, or if I just take the shot. Because the shot's gonna do more damage, and we need to do damage to these Archons. But then we also need to charge the damn commander, so... you know. There's a reason why the historical trench gun, the glove that shot people when you punched them, used the pistol round. Exactly. Exactly, Derpington. I mean, not to say that it wasn't effective, but like... if you don't want to break bones in your forearm, you gotta be careful about what you do with it. Let's just take the damn shot. I could sit here and waffle forever, but like at a certain point, we're just gonna have to do something and then see what happens. That's all we can do. Alright, Sierra. You don't have a lot of great options. Let's get Yas now up here. You got some shots on the Lost, which is good. Go ahead and clear them off the field. And then you can... oh, you know what? We could grapple. Damn, I can't grapple over there. Okay. Then we'll just have to overwatch. And then Sierra, you can pull up. The only problem with that is if you move here, then you're flanked. So let's do this number. And then I'll put you on overwatch.
I'm biting the fart bubbles into bath.
Now, Jotun, I want to move forward. The only problem is if I move too far forward, we're going to expose the commander. And I'd rather not reactivate that pod until we absolutely have to. So, Jesus, where can I move? Alright, let's move over here. I mean, he's got a flamethrower. We gotta be close to use it. So... oh, well, never mind. I rescind my statement.
I'm hit.
Of course. Are you fucking kidding me? You somehow got 3 people with that bullshit? Chat, this is going sideways in an awful big hurry. And it isn't help that, like, I guess the mod that makes it so that the Lost don't just constantly charge me and ignore everything else is, like, I guess that mod's not working or something? I don't really know, because the Lost seem to be completely ignoring the enemies now and just going straight for me. Like, he's standing next to an enemy, he's not even gonna do shit. Like, they're just gonna continue to charge me. Okay. We got problems, Chet. We got problems. All right. Let's see. If I move tribal over here, we're gonna reveal more of the pod, which I don't want to do, but I have got to get a better shot on this honor guard. 38 fucking %? Are you shitting me right now? Okay. God, there's like no, this is the worst map, man. Like, you have all this open space and there's like no full cover. It's just all half cover everywhere. It is ass. What do we got? We got nimble hands, so Elijah could technically get a free reload in. I just don't know that there's a whole lot of use for it at the moment. Yes, you go ahead and pull forward. We're just gonna have to let the Lost kind of do their own thing for one turn, as much as I don't like it. I probably shouldn't be burning run and gun this early, but I'm gonna do it.
Double time. We're near the objective.
Yeah, that's a thing. I'm aware. Thank you.
Target identity confirmed.
I-
That's the general. Take
Dad?
them out before they can escape.
Dad,
You won't
can
get
I-
another shot at this.
Dad, can I-
Forces sighted.
Dad, can I have control, please? Alright. We put a grenade on this guy. It's gonna bring in more Lost. There's not really a whole lot that I can do about that, but I gotta do something to get rid of his armor and do something about that cover. But we gotta pull back because the Lost are gonna swarm us if we don't.
Go, go, go!
Alright, Sierra, you basically have a total ass cheeks shot at this codex, which doesn't help anybody. Jotun, your flamethrower is now out of ammo, which means you are completely useless this turn. There's not really anywhere else that I can move you that's full cover. Jesus. Wait, my mans can charge all the way back over here? Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna pull Jotun back, and then I'm gonna see if next turn we can try to med some people. Does this improve our accuracy at all? No. No, it doesn't. Alright, Sierra's still kind of out of sorts here. And he doesn't, like, it's gonna take him a turn or more to actually get out of the hole that he's currently in. Let's see, if we get up on the high ground, that's not really gonna help either. Like, I kind of wish I had a grenade so I could just blow up this wall and go through it. Anyone else see this above me? What are you talking about? EW, are you okay? Are you okay, EW? Alright, what do we get? What do we get? Jesus. Sierra, how much health do you have? Not a lot. Alright, so I think I'm just gonna have to leave you where you are. Sierra is kind of the guy who makes the 1 in a million chance things, so maybe we take this shot? I don't think he's gonna hit, but... I mean, it's... Yeah, I was gonna say, like, there's not a whole lot else that he can do where he is. Alright, let's do this. We can at least take out the couple of lost that are danger close.
Target eliminated.
And then take the ship. Chad, I can't see the other lost because the box. The box. XCOM, gonna XCOM. Okay, here's what we're gonna do, chat. We're gonna suppression this donkey. Because that will work, whereas shooting him probably won't. And even if I do, I mean... Chat, it's a super low... Here's the thing. I need to kill this guy. I need him to die. If we hit him, he's dead. He has 11 health, and we do a minimum of 12 damage. If we hit, it's a kill. But it's a 38% shot. Would that react before he does anything? I mean, it would still be extremely low possibility to hit. So, if you don't know, like, this is just my own understanding of what's happening, like I don't actually know, but to me it seems like the honor guards and the vanguard type units basically just have this bullshit invisible ability that makes them almost impossible to hit. Like, it doesn't show up when you go and you look at their list of skills, but they just, like, they get massive cover bonuses, you take massive penalties to hit. Like, you look at this and it doesn't make sense for this accuracy to be that low, and yet for some reason it's 38%. Like, and it's just for these units specifically, like the honor guard units and the vanguard units. They have some kind of hidden buff that, like, even when they're standing in the open with no cover, you just can't fucking hit them. Tribal, are you still out there, buddy? I want to leave this up to him so I can blame him if it doesn't pan out. Do we take the shot, chat? Because we can suppression him, but he might still hit us anyway. I think we suppression. I think we suppression. Just to see what he does. Well, now I'm kind of glad I did the suppression. Yes, please distract yourself with the Lost for a minute. Also, I'm a little bit confused about why that codex got 3 action points. Do you see that shit? The Archon King and like 2 or 3 of his boys are currently sitting. You have got to be kidding me. They are currently sitting on the extract for this general. Like...
That didn't feel good.
Chad, I think we're gonna have to bail on this one. Because we can't, like... All of the Lost are converging on us. They're not going after the enemies. The enemies are just, like, they have superior positioning in every way. Like, they have elevation and cover here. They have elevation and cover here. Like, there's... And we're sitting here in the open getting turned into Swiss cheese. And, like, there's nothing I can do. I am literally in a position where there's nothing to be done. And even if I try to fight it out, I think the general is probably still gonna get away, because, like, I don't think we can fight through all of this shit and still kill the general before he escapes. I mean, I'm gonna try it for now, but it's not looking good. It's not looking good. And I don't think that, you know, this, like, it's good if we could get it, but it's not, like, this mission is not worth losing people over. Zoom, this, I'm not playing Iron Man, but this is kind of like Bronze Man, I guess. Like, I'm not reloading just because the mission went badly. Like, we're playing it as it lies. Like, I'll reload if there's bugs or something like that, or, like, if I use an ability and it doesn't work the way it's supposed to work, or the way that it says it works, but, like, I'm not reloading just because, whoopsie doodle, the dice didn't roll in my favor. Because then the game's no fun. Like, if I just re-roll the map every time something doesn't go my way, then, like, again, the game's no fun. And don't get me wrong, like, I'm not judging if that's the way you want to play XCOM. I mean, if you paid money for the game, you play it how you want, but I prefer to challenge myself in games anywhere I can. And if that means imposing artificial challenge on myself, then so be it. So have I. And speaking of trials and tribulations, Hamster of Wrath coming in with a big time raid. Welcome, Hamster and Raiders. Good to see you. Glad to have you on a Saturday. Hopefully the weekend is treating you well. And if you give me just a second here, I will do my customary shout out for Mr. Hamster himself. On account of you being so generous as to come over here with your people. Looks like you guys are playing some BattleTech this time around. I assume continuing the BTA campaign that you took a little bit of a break from. So tell me, as always, Hamster, how the Inner Sphere was treating you today. And in the meantime, give you a little bit of an overview about what's going on here with us. We are currently in a fight that I am not entirely sure that we can win. And I'm debating on whether to pull out of this mission, that's what she said, or to try and fight it out. So it's a little bit of a tough decision to make right now. Because we're in a bad way all around. We're kind of surrounded by enemies. The enemies have superior positioning on us. And then the Archon King is right here. So I can't even advance as much as I want to advance, because if I get too close, we're going to trigger the Archon King, and then we're going to have a whole different kind of fight on our hands that I really don't want to deal with. Okay, I'm going to have to reload, and as much as I don't want to do it, well, let's see. 98% there, 67% there, but that's not even a guaranteed kill. Let's see. Kicking Clan Wolf and the Mies and stealing their stuff, having told House Cameron to go fish. Well, there you go, Hamster. I mean, if there's one thing I enjoy more than picking on Clan Wolf, it's picking on Clan Jade Turkey. I mean, the clans make a very amusing punching bag in BTA, especially if your merc company is strong enough. We used to make the joke. We made the joke during the BTA campaign that I played, that eventually the clans were gonna run out of kit foxes to throw at us because it seemed like that's all they ever threw at us. Like, it was just every mission, it was like a dozen kit foxes. I was like, eventually the clans are gonna run out of kit foxes. And they did, at some point. They finally ran out. Let me think. If I was to take the shot... I mean, 55%... Decisions, chat. Decisions. Jade Falcon are too far away. Really? What era are you playing in, Hamster? Because, I mean, if I remember right, like, at least in BTA... Well, you know what? Never mind, because I'm remembering now that depending on how hard you have your campaign set up, like, just traveling a couple of jumps in BTA can mean a lot of expenses. So, we played MechWarrior 5 for so long, it kind of messed up the part of my brain that realizes how much stuff costs in Battletech. Like, MechWarrior 5 is all about action and moving around, whereas Battletech or BTA, you kind of just stick within one system for a while, because you gotta make money. Working for NovaCat on the other side of the corridor. Ah, okay, gotcha. That makes a little more sense. If I were gonna retreat, if I were gonna fall back, I think I could probably drop the extraction right here and get all of my people to it except for Sierra. Can Sierra... No, he can't quite make it there. So I could potentially drop the extraction right here and we can just bail. I don't like the idea of running away, though. Let's see, if I went for a rocket, that would do a significant chunk of damage. If Elijah takes this shot, 67%, I mean... But Elijah really needs to heal. Okay, here's what we can do. God damn. Okay, we can hit Elijah with the Medi-Spray. Get him healed up a little bit. That's not really gonna save him if he takes another shot, though, is the problem. What kind of chances does Yas have? 39%. I don't like it. I do not like it. What do we got? Dual strike? Combined standard shot by this soldier and their bondmate. This shot is a free action for the bondmate. We can only do that once, though. Healing flamethrower. Yeah, man! Don't you know? It's not a flamethrower, Hamster. It's a heavy air quotes chemthrower. Chemthrower. Because it throws chemicals. Sometimes the chemicals are healing. Other times, they're extremely spicy. It just depends on who you're pointing it at. The Lost, a mere trifle. I mean, the Lost are not the problem, Muhan. The Lost are not the problem. If it were just the Lost, this would be nothing. If this were just Advent, it would be nothing. The problem is that there is a mod that causes the Lost to attack indiscriminately. That is, it's supposed to basically attack whoever's closest. If they're closer to Advent, they attack Advent. If they're closer to me, they attack me. The problem is that mod doesn't seem to be working, and the Lost are just charging across the entire map to attack me and completely ignoring Advent. So this is one of those things where this would be easy if the mods were working the way that they were supposed to. Let's hope the operator can read the canister. I mean... Alright, chat, here's what I'm gonna do. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna leave it to you guys. I'm gonna leave it to you guys. I'm gonna leave it to you guys. Poll is up. 2 minutes, chat. 2 minutes to decide our fate. I'm gonna let you figure it out. Essentially, we can either stick it out and we can try to fight this out, or we can get the hell out. I'm gonna leave it up to you guys. Understand that if we choose to fight this out, there is a significant chance that we might lose one or more people on this op. We already have a couple of people that are very close to going down. Well, T-Gap, the reason I'm leaving it to the committee is because if I make the decision, I'm gonna stand and fight, and people are gonna get killed. So, like, you know me. I don't like retreating from missions. I don't like cutting my losses, even when it's smart. So, like, if I leave it up to myself, I'm gonna try to fight it out, and then people are gonna get got. And if that's what happens, then that's what happens. But if chat tells me to leave, and then I lose people, then that's another matter entirely. So when he says, am I on this mission? You are not. You are not. You are not on this mission. We can choose to fight it out, and then situation changes again a turn or two. I mean, chat seems to be overwhelmingly in favor of running. The Archon ruler showing up was the nail in the coffin. Yeah, and to Jotun's point, like, that's the thing that's like, we should probably just leave. Because here's the thing. Like, everything that you see, we have all of these troops. We have all these troops over here. We have this honor guard. We have the general. We have a couple of advent troopers over here. We got a bunch of lost in this central area. We got more lost coming in from this area. There's Archons and a Codex over here. And then there's a pod of the Archon King and like 3 Archons that are right here that we haven't even triggered yet. So, like, we haven't even begun this fight and we're already kind of getting our shit pushed in. So, wounded soldiers cost time, which is valuable. Yeah, and this is, like, I don't like running, but sometimes it's the better idea, and chat seems to agree with that sentiment. So as much as I hate it, as much as I hate retreating, I think in this case, it's going to be the smart money. So let's make sure that we've got enough moves for everybody before I do anything. Unfortunately, I did have Elijah take an action, and unfortunately, I did have Jotun use up all of his actions. So we're not going to be able to retreat until next turn, but we can start making the moves to make that happen. So I think... What? I'm sorry? Oh. Stop it. XCOM. Thank you. Alright. So what I'm going to do is we're going to make this our evac zone right here. And then I'm going to grab Sierra, and we got to get him the fuck out of Dodge. So he's going to be in full cover or half cover. I'm going to put him right here.
Moving like Dracula, we get it back in
so that he's got cover from this side and also from the honor guard. Next up, I am going to take what shots that we can take to try to take out this honor guard to at least soften the blow a little bit. Discretion is the better part of Fubar or something. I mean, you're not entirely wrong. Like, discretion is the better part of not getting your people needlessly killed. Which is a thing that's absolutely going to happen if I do the stubborn Texas redneck thing and try to power through. We can at least take out this lock, get him off the field.
Yeah, big deal.
Headshot free action. I mean, I'll take the coin flip on this guy. Maybe we get lucky. I just need to get some of these guys off of us so that we can actually get out of here. Total mess. But thankfully we got the superior doohickey there. The superior stack. Got him on a 77% chance now, so I'll take the shot. Man, I mean, this dude is just unkillable. He's unfreaking killable. He just laughs in the face of everything that we throw at him. It's actually kind of stupid. Yes, are you okay? Tribal, go ahead and hit yourself with the med kit because I'm not gonna move you and I want you to survive until next turn. And then let's see, 38% chance on the general. I mean, do we take the 1 in a million chance? Now, Chad, there's a 1% chance here. There's a, well, it's probably less than 1% chance that we could potentially hit this guy and crit him so hard that we kill him in one shot. I don't think that's gonna happen, but it's a greater than 0% chance. Let's see what happens. I mean, he did a pretty good... Oh. Not cool. Not cool, man. But he did a respectable chunk of damage. I mean, I don't think that he's gonna be stupid enough to sit there and wait for us to finish the job. But at least he's poisoned. Now he's gonna run off towards the Archons, right? Oh my. Oh, and he got bleeding as well. You love to see it. So he's taking poison damage and bleeding damage. Stop it. Go away. Well, that's not good. Oh no.
Take this thing down once and for all, Commander. Let's get it done. Looks like one of them came back for more.
This is
sure to take it out this time.
This is just getting worse and worse by the minute.
I'm under fire.
I am glad that I healed up Tribal though. Oh, apparently Yasna was angry about that. Chat, I really want to fight it out. I really want to fight it out, chat. Can you thread a rocket? I don't think so. But, listen. The vote has spoken. The vote has spoken. And they say run. I'm trying to think, is there any attack, is there anything that I have that doesn't end my turn? I'm just like, I'm doing some math here, chat. I'm trying to think if there's anything that I have that doesn't end my turn. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Reloaded.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Here's the deal. This coin flip is the decider right here, chat. Now, here's why I say that. Because Tribal is bond mates with Yas, and Yas could potentially give him 2 extra actions. Because he's standing right next to the extraction zone, we can take this 1 coin flip to try to kill the general. And if it doesn't work, we can still extract. Shoot him with the stock shotgun. I mean, he has 4 health though, is the problem. And our man's with the shotgun, actually, you know what? It doesn't like do 4 damage for some stupid reason, does it? Yeah, it only does oh, but the poison and the bleed, you're right. But then we'd have to wait around for another turn, and I don't know if our people are gonna survive another turn. Is the other problem. I'm just thinking. Who are you bond mates with? You're bond mates with Kolowski. Okay. Hold on, chat. Hold on. If I move you here... Now, I know I normally extract people... all at once. But hear me out. Because Elijah has the superior stock. Which means he's gonna do 3 damage no matter what. If he hits, he's probably gonna kill. If he doesn't hit, he still gets 3 damage. Archon's on Overwatch. Fuck, you're right. Alright. This is a move that Jotun has done before, and I'm asking him to do it again. And that is to bait the shot. Jotun, I apologize in advance if you get hit. Hamster says, super late here. Good luck with the math and have a great stream. Well, good to see it. Good to see you as always, Hamster. Thanks for dropping by. Thanks for bringing your people over. And I wish you all the best. Have an outstanding rest of your weekend. And of course, a good sleep as well. Or whatever it is you're going to get up to. Alright, Jotun is going to do this. He's going to take the chance. He's going to draw out the Overwatch. And he dodged. Alright. So that should give Elijah what he needs. We can run to here.
Tired of waiting around.
So now we take the shot at the commander. If we hit, we get the kill. If we don't hit, we only have to find a way to do 1 damage. Fire the weapon, Elijah. Take the shot, buddy. Okay, we got the 3 damage. That's okay. He's gonna return fire. It's whatever. We just need to do 1 damage. Alright, now because Elijah's standing out in the open, we get him on the bird. Again, I know this is not normally how I do things, but we're gonna make it work. Okay. Now, we can still see the commander. Here's the thing. This also has a superior stock. So even though the chances that we could potentially hit this donkey are almost 0 with a shotgun, I'm still guaranteed to do 3 damage. Get fucked, nerd.
Menace 1-5, kill confirmed. That's how it's done. We need to clear the area of any remaining hostiles. We can't allow them to recover the general's body.
No, actually, I don't think so. Okay. I mean, I know technically they're gonna count this as a mission failure, but I don't care. That's a victory to me. I mean, I would like to sit here and try to fight it out, but don't forget, we got the Archon King and 2 Archons that are just right over here, outside of our field of vision, that are gonna come charging in next turn. So, rather than deal with that and potentially lose people, we're just gonna get the fuck out.
I'm moving, Chip.
Oh shit, I didn't realize the Codex was on Overwatch.
Heading out.
Yeah, it's only 4 Archons and the Archon King and a Codex and maybe another wave or 2 of loss. No big deal. You can handle that, especially with only 4 people. We're out, Chad.
I only handed back the free world because I was bored.
Again, I don't like leaving ops.
XCOM operatives are secure. Firebrand is returning to base.
I don't like leaving ops
Abort
unfinished.
confirmed. Let's bring back whoever we still can.
But at this point in the campaign, I can afford to fail a mission a lot easier than I can afford to lose veteran troops. No, Carrie and I did. So, we did in fact use up actions, but the thing is, when you're in the evac zone, even if you've used all of your actions, you can still extract. Alright, let's have a look at the briefing. It wasn't great. Yeah, Sierra didn't hit many shots. He still got 2 kills though, so that's respectable. That's respectable. Again, Jotun still putting in a good performance. Picking up a kill, hitting all of his shots, and don't forget, taking one for the team by drawing out that Overwatch so that Elijah could do what he needed to do. Then we got Yasnau, the MVP. Always, like, Yasnau is just the MVP on every mission that she goes on. It's pretty much, like, if Yasnau is going on the mission, it's fine. Just give it, because you lose. I don't care who you are. If Yasnau is on the mission, you lose. You don't get to be MVP. But again, statistically, 9 headshots, hit all of her shots, dealt 103 damage, 11 kills. To be fair, most of those were lost, but those are still some impressive numbers. Then we got Tribal Typhoon, again, put in a respectable performance in spite of what was going on. My mans was out here was out in the trenches taking grenades. He was getting shot at by everybody on the map, and not only did he survive, but he survived with most of his health, so he's doing alright. He's doing alright. Kolowski, again, he was there. I mean, can't discount the power of that chosen shotgun. Like, nobody really got a chance to shine on this mission just because of the way it played out, but again, we did complete the objective, that's what matters. Elijah didn't pick up any kills, but hit 2 out of his 3 shots. Parting Gift, what is that? Oh, dealt the most damage while standing in the evac. Yeah, that's a parting gift, alright. That's a parting gift. So, again, it was a rough mission. It was a rough mission, chat. But I still give him a pat on the back. We still accomplished the objective, even if we didn't, clear the field. Nobody died, and that's the important thing. You guys already know. I don't give a shit about the objective as long as everybody comes home. So, everybody coming home is my #1 objective. I don't give a shit what objective XCOM has. And again, the game technically counts that as a mission complete, so I'm good with it.
Any witnesses should report immediately to Advent Peacekeepers for processing.
So we're still getting the victory music. Doesn't feel like a victory.
I have yet to discover
But it is a victory.
exactly what type of exposure led to the creation of these lost civilians.
Let's see. Yeah, Elijah's gonna be laid up for a little while. Tribal also took some pretty serious hits. I think everybody else will be okay. Elijah's gonna be out for a couple of weeks. But that's to be expected. That's to be expected. You can't win them all, Chad. And again, this it's the hubris. It's the hubris. Every time I get to talking that good shit, every time I'm like, oh yeah, don't worry, we got this. It's just the moth. It's no big deal. We're gonna fucking go in here and it's gonna, like, we're gonna slap the shit out of these guys. And then immediately get smacked down. Like, the way that mission went from cakewalk to shit show in the span of one turn. Yeah. That's what happened. See, I was over here like, oh man, the warlock's over here talking that good shit. I'm getting tired of him running his mouth. All that trash talk all of a sudden. First thing I do, I start talking that trash, and the game is like, hey, check yourself. So, you know, consider myself checked.
Hello, Commander.
Hello, Optimus Prime. Hey, we still, not only did we counter the Dark event, we still got the scientist too. Like, we didn't get any loot, but we still got the rewards. I'll take it. I will take it. Royal Sovereign. So this is the new version of the Admin General. Hey, look at that. He gets a fancy gold pistol. Man, I feel like I kind of got screwed on that. Where's my fancy gold pistol? Like, look at that thing, Chad. It's fucking glorious. It's all shiny and shit. That's nice. That's nice. I want to get one of those. No promotions, unfortunately, which, you know, shouldn't be all that surprising given the circumstances, but it is what it is. It wasn't our finest moment, chat. But again, everybody came home and we still accomplished the objective. So it could have been a lot worse. I will take it. As somebody in the chat said, a Pyrrhic victory. It feels like a Pyrrhic victory. Warlock trash talk is dumb. We got this. Let's murder the Archon kit. Yeah. Well, you know, Travis, this is... I know it seems intentional. I swear it's not. But I have a long, sad history of... well, and again, as we've discussed, Ian Dungeon has mentioned on many an occasion that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer. Yeah. Well, I mean, it didn't actually kill anybody this time, but almost. But anyway, chat, it's been 6.5 hours. I need grub. I need food. Me hungry. And me get angry when hungry, so I think it's time to bring the stream to a close today, chat. And look at that. Remember, at the beginning, yeah, see, Vin had it. Remember, I was saying, we might actually get in 3 ops this stream. And look at that. I mean, technically the third one was not great. But we still got in 3 ops. So that was a red letter day for XCOM on this day. So yeah, we got it. Unfortunately, we don't have an op lined up at the beginning of next stream, but you know, it's November 1st, 2035. We're getting there. We do need to finish up the tech that we're working on. We should probably start on some of the Shadow Chamber research in the near future. Like, I know I keep saying that, and then we just go straight back to the lab and start researching more guns. But we really should start working on the Shadow Chamber at some point, because we do still have some researches that we need to get out of the way, and there are some story missions that we're going to have to do as a result. And we're not going to be able to actually beat the campaign until we get those done. So we're going to have to do that at some point. I keep putting it off because we just keep getting into trouble. We keep getting sidetracked. I mean, there's so many Alamals out there, and you see them, and the first thing you want to do is shoot them in the face. Like, it's understandable, but Like, you know, at a certain point, like we gotta stop tagging that Ayla ass, and we gotta actually, you know, work on defeating the overall menace and the elders. So, you know, well, we'll get there. We'll get there, chat. And I see you, EW, trying to sneak 5 gifted subs in there here at the end of the stream, thinking I wasn't gonna say anything, thinking I wasn't gonna notice, but I noticed. I see you. I see everything. I'm like Santa Claus, but more vengeful. So, more like Krampus, I guess. Is that a good analogy, chat? Krampus? Look here, Kirk. I don't like what you're insinuating. I don't like what you're insinuating. Are you trying to say... Are you trying to imply that... No, that's a joke. I'd never fucking see it. Like, there's an icon in the interface for Overwatch, and it's right there. And, like, I don't even think to look for it. It just doesn't even occur to me. Like, even with the enemies that I know do Overwatch, I'm like, Archon's Overwatch, Codex Overwatch, Turrets Overwatch, Mechs Overwatch. And even when those enemies are on the damn map, and I know they're on the map, and I know that they Overwatch, and I'm just like, nah, it doesn't matter. Just move. Just do whatever you gotta do. It's fine. And then somebody gets shot, and I'm like, fuck. Because, chat, as I have said many, many times before, it turns out that I was the asshole the whole time. It's like the Sixth Sense. Except, I wasn't dead. I was just an asshole. I mean, technically, in the XCOM universe, I am, in fact, dead. So, maybe it's both. Maybe it's both. Alright, Oxford, but we're gonna wrap the stream up, so thanks for hanging out with us as always. Thanks for the input again. You are an extremely valuable resource with XCOM 2 because I feel like I would have made a lot more dumb mistakes than I already do if you had not been around to keep me on the straight and narrow. So, appreciate you, Oxford. Thanks for hanging out with us, and do enjoy the rest of your weekend. But let's go ahead and drop a hard save, chat. You know how it is. Here we go. I feel like that's a fitting name for this particular save. I kind of did this to myself. I'm leaving with a not quite happy taste in my mouth. That's what she said. Because of the way that op went, but again, make the best of a bad situation. So let's head over to the office, chat. Let's head to the office. And we'll see if XCOM wants to close out without too much hassle today. XCOM. There we go. Alright, XCOM has finally closed. You do the Overwatch to give us anxiety and entertain. It's all good. I mean, Kirk, I would love to tell you that it turns out that, like, I'm 100% omniscient and, like, I'm perfectly aware of everything that's going on in XCOM and that I just do it for entertainment purposes. And if anybody asks, you can absolutely tell them that that's the case. But no, mostly it just turns out that I'm a dumbass. It's not that I'm, like, some next level entertainer that's, like, I do sometimes do dumb things on purpose for entertainment value, but at least where it pertains to Overwatches and stuff like, no, that's just me being stupid. That's all it is. But anyway, chat, we got 3 ops in. We took out a Chosen Warlock. That means there's no more Chosen on the field. That means we got some room to stretch our legs out here on Earth as we reclaim it from the Amalgamation menace. We still got some researches to do. We still got some work ahead of us. The war is not over yet, chat, but we can see the end on the horizon. And the forecast looks clear. Clear, chat. With not a single Alamau on the horizon. And all we have to do is make it to that horizon, chat. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. It's gonna take a little while. It's gonna be a hard, thick, veiny journey. Throbbing, even. But we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it so hard. Wait. I forgot what we were talking about, chat. I got distracted. Anyway, so I want to thank you guys for coming to hang out with me on a Saturday. The world is a roller coaster of challenges, and we don't all have a lot of time on this planet. So I appreciate you choosing to spend some of your limited time on this planet with me and with this community. Again, there's a million things you could have been doing, a million places you could have been, but you chose to spend some of that time here with us, and I appreciate it. Every single minute that you spend here is precious, and I do not want you to think that they go to waste or that they go unappreciated, because again, without you guys, there is no community, there is no channel, there is no me. So thank you for being here. Thank you for spending some of that time here with us. Thank you for making this community what it is, because it's all you guys. I'm just the monkey putting on the show. And here at the end, I want to remind you, like I always do, that your life has value, and that the world is a better place with you in it. Never let anyone tell you otherwise. And I'll see you next time.